So Taco Tuesday must remain a part of my weight loss journey, but maybe instead of eating like 5 tacos, I'll eat 2 tacos. In this video, I'm going to take you through 30 days of intermittent fasting plus walking every other day. I'm going to share with you the results, some of my frustrations, and the success factors that made it work. Little backstory, I've already shared the first 12 walks here on this channel, so I'll leave those links below. And before I started intermittent fasting, I actually completed walks 13 through 16 while we were on vacation. This is walk 13. That's Nebraska behind me, in front of me, both sides of me. I'm in Nebraska. We are in Des Moines, Iowa. It's just about 9 p.m. I'm going for walk number 14. I'm on walk number 16. I haven't weighed myself in 3 days. I have done that on purpose. I was getting too too caught up in what that number was going to be every morning and decided to just forge forward. I have been doing enough research of intermittent fasting that I'm ready to give it a shot. Scale did not budge. My pants did not budge. I was walking, but I wasn't feeling the results. I was a size 20. I wore extra large or 1X sized clothing. I was 206 pounds. And I signed up and paid for a 7-month plan with Noom. They are not sponsoring this video. I'll leave a link for a free trial below. I am still using Noom to record my weight every day, and sometimes I record my food. After walk 16, I was vacation mom tired. I took a week off of walking. And during those 6 days, I was ramping up my intermittent fasting window. I had started with 9 a.m., then pushed it back to 10, and then 11. So I did 2 days at 9, 2 days at 10, and then 2 days at 11 a.m. I practice the 16-8 method, and I go 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. as my feasting window, and then 7 p.m. to 11 a.m. as my fasting window. That first week was hard. It was an adjustment because in the mornings, I had realized that I was a pecky eater. I would eat a snack here and there. I would eat half of a waffle that I made for the kids. I would eat a piece of bacon. And what that does is trigger your body to make insulin. And I had built up so much insulin resistance, I'm assuming, I'm not a scientist or a medical professional, that my body was having a hard time losing weight and dealing with the food that I was putting into it in the way that I was putting food into my body. And so cutting out all the little all the little breakfast bites that I used to do all morning was hard for me because I wanted it. I wanted a bite of waffle. I wanted a piece of bacon. And so that first week was really uncomfortable for me. But at the end of the first week, my energy level was amazing. I hadn't felt that energetic in a really long time. And I kicked off walk 17. Walk 17. And I am wearing a pair of capri jeans that are too big. These are usually tight on me, and I can do that. And they're loose fitting, so I know something's working. Even though the scale hasn't hardly budged, my pants are loose. Almost to the point that I need new pants. Walk 20, I've added these weights to my routine. They're not anything extreme. They're just 1 pound weights, but I can definitely feel it in my arms. I'd had 2 weeks of intermittent fasting done. I was comfortable with it. I wasn't hungry in the mornings. My temptation for snacking and nibbling was diminished. It wasn't gone, but it was diminished. I was able to control it better. My pants are absolutely too big. I had started wearing a size down already at that point after 2 weeks. I was wearing size 18. Going on a longer walk today. I didn't want to bring the hand walking weights because I'm actually shooting for some distance today. I don't have a goal in mind for time or distance. I just know that I'm going longer than I normally do. I'm actually trying to hit 10,000 steps. I don't carry my phone around with me all day, so it's not properly tracking my steps. I am using my phone to track my steps. I'm considering a pedometer, but I don't really like wearing anything that heavy on my wrist. I would love a clip-on pedometer that's accurate. That would be neat. Or I could start carrying my phone around more to get a really good benchmark of where I am day to day. But I'm thinking I want to set a goal of 10,000 steps every day and see what happens. Okay, I'm at 2,000 steps for the day. Now I just got to find a way to do that 5 more times. The walk back will probably get me 1,500 because I had about 500 when I left the house. Okay, I did 4,500 steps in 45 minutes, according to my iPhone. I don't know if that's good, but it was a really good pace for me. Now that I've been walking for almost 2 months, I feel like my body's conditioned and ready to sort of step on the gas a little bit. I haven't been taking it easy on myself, but I haven't been pushing myself either. I've been enjoying my walks and enjoying my time and just experimenting with things. Okay, I just Googled, is 100 steps a minute brisk walking? Because I wanted to know. For the age of 45, it's considered moderate intensity or brisk walking at a pace of 3 to 3.5 miles per hour. Constantly had to hike up my pants. They were too big. I was nervous about getting a size 16. I didn't have a size 16 in my closet to even try on and see. I had to go buy a pair. Uh-oh. Oh wait, do they fit? I got them up. Can I button them?
They look good, except for the length. They look good.
I know, you don't like capris. My husband doesn't like capris. This is 2 sizes down. I had treated myself to some shirts that are size extra large. I was wearing an extra large or a 1X before. I think I could even maybe do a large, but I'm really comfortable in the extra large. This has been there's been a mental journey that's sort of going on in tandem where I am slowly gaining comfort in clothes that fit rather than clothes that cover. I have been wearing clothes that cover for a really long time. This is the healthiest I have felt in 7 years. I walked for 1 more week. I did walks 26, 27, 28 in this last week. I record my walks on a hundreds chart that my friend, follower, fan, Olga made for me. I put this on my website for everybody to use if you want it. I've been tracking this. I keep it right here on my fridge, so when I get back from my walks, I just scribble it out. So now I want to talk about the results, the frustrations, and the success factors that are going to keep me going with this. The number one benefit of doing intermittent fasting is my energy level. It was an unexpected benefit. I have so much energy. I didn't realize how symptomatic energy was of an unhealthy lifestyle before trying intermittent fasting. I used to need a nap every afternoon. I would put the kids on the couch in front of a movie and I would take a nap on the couch with them. And I had to. I could not stay awake. I could not keep up with them. I could not keep up with their bike rides. I could not walk with them. I could not swim with them. I could not take care of my garden. I didn't have energy to do anything. And that has been a tremendous validation of the need for a healthy lifestyle, because now my energy, even before coffee and before I break my fast at 11 a.m., my energy is so high. The second best benefit is definitely dropping 2 full sizes in clothing. There's so much validation and joy in that feeling because of how I feel more healthy. It has nothing to do with the number on the scale. It is everything to do with how I feel. I feel so much more comfortable in my own body. I went from 206 pounds down to 199.8. So I did get below the 200 mark. I've been hanging out at 199.8 or 199.6 for the last 3 days. So I feel like that's probably where I'm hanging out for a little while. Another result is that I've changed my breakfast. I used to nibble on whatever the kids had out or whatever was available. I deliberately break my fast with avocado toast or smoothie. I make a fruit smoothie with protein added into it, or I make a banana nut butter smoothie. And those are the things that I break my fast with most often. I still eat salads for lunch. I kind of always did that. And for dinners, I haven't changed what we eat for dinner. I just eat less of whatever I've made for dinner or whatever Andy has made for dinner. So before I used to have 5 tacos, now I have 2 tacos, and that's actually satiating enough now. My hunger levels have changed. The ability to recognize my body's fullness is huge. Kids are great at that, at recognizing when they're full. Adults, we just keep eating because it's delicious. Tacos are delicious. I did not measure myself. I know a lot of you recommended measuring yourself as a way to see a difference. I was uncomfortable doing it. I didn't want to know. I'm a data person, but somehow wrapping a band around my waist and my hips and my arms and my thighs, it wasn't for me. So a frustration is definitely that the scale feels disproportionate to the size dropping. It feels disproportionate to me. So I'm a little frustrated by that, just because I've needed the scale validation for decades. So that's just something I'm sort of beating back on my own and enjoying the validation of the energy level and dropping sizes in clothing. And the second frustration is that I still can't tie my shoes. I cannot comfortably bend down and tie my shoes. I'm thinking that speaks more to flexibility, and I need to add in some stretching and some yoga into my routine. Number one success factor that made this work has been not allowing excuses. I absolutely used to be an excuse maker when it came to my health. I would try something for 5 days and then I'd make up excuses why I couldn't keep doing it. The first 2 weeks of walking, I had a broken toe. I could not put my shoes on my feet. I had to make my husband go into Target and text me pictures of what size 8 flip-flops were available to buy. Success factor number 2, I'm still working on, but it's removing the all or nothing mentality. If you can't walk for 45 minutes, don't bother. If you can't do 2 miles, what are you even doing? The all or nothing had to go in order for this to work for me. And so not having a time or a distance constraint on my walks kicked off this whole weight loss journey for me and made it possible. Whether it was 5 minutes, 45 minutes, 1,000 steps or 5,000 steps, it didn't matter. Success factor number 3 is just that I was willing for this to work. I am an older mom. I'm 45 and my kids are 7, 6, and 4. I want to be alive for them as long as I possibly can. And that motivation is very deep and gets me up and doesn't allow me to make excuses. I want this to work and I want this to keep working. So I'm going to keep doing intermittent fasting. I set a new, probably ridiculous goal for myself of 10,000 steps for 30 days. I don't think it'll be a consecutive 30 days because that's just not how I roll. But for 30 days of recording my steps, I want to hit 10,000. It's just because I want to knock another 30 off on my chart. I haven't hit a 10,000 step day yet in these 45 days. So this is going to be a stretch for me. So stick around and see what happens with that. If you like, subscribe. Thank you for sharing part of your day with me by watching this video.